So as we start to move from the 10th of January into the 15th, we're moving into the middle of the month. We're moving to about the week before the inauguration happens within the United States. I know at this time there's going to be a buildup of energy. So it's just an awareness. It is just a knowingness. This is not a prediction energy in any way. This is just saying as we are in the collective landscape of the consciousness that is in the atmosphere of Earth, we want to be aware of this. And as we are, it's moving into the gate 61. Well, the gate 61 is the gate of mystery. It's in another pressure center. All these Sagittarius gates, a lot of them are in the pressure center. So it's in a pressure center, but it's in the pressure center at the top of the head. So this is now going to be moving into some divine energy. It's going to be connected to Pavo, which is going to be this energy of the peacock. So the bird star nation, messenger star nation, but the peacock angels are actually a huge vibration that's been coming online on planet Earth for the last few years that are really awakening and correcting the reversed Michael Mary lines that have been checkerboarded on the planet. So this is actually really neat to be connecting into this, the gate 61. Now, the gate 61, as we're looking at this, we're going to be having the full moon energy within here, and it is going to be on the 13th. So it'll be on a Monday. And at this particular time, Mars is going to be moving into an alignment with Procyon. Procyon's very interesting because there's incredible race lines that are guiding us and assisting us from Procyon. This is one of our primary cedar race places. And many times when I connect to Procyon, a lot of the beings, some of the Christic beings that individuals connect to that are the tall whites, the Christic tall whites. Now, remember when people talk about Nordics, there's all kinds of different Nordics. And I do believe that when you connect to any of the individuals, even radiating at the tall white energy, you're just always going to have to ask which ones. But the Christic aligned ones, amazing. Just such a high dimensional vibrational race line of beings really have a huge connection to Procyon. If you read the Voyager's materials, Procyon is one of the primary places where a lot of the Terranusium races and the Orifem lineages were first kind of manifested together by all of these combined race lines. So Mars, our force, our power, our fire, our desire, our Mars energy is going to be hooking into this. This is very high vibrational energy. We have the potential to hang in, to click into and to work with. Again, this is a choice. We always have to work with our choices within these. And then Lyra energy within here is still going to be holding some of this 10th, 11th, 12th Stargate energy that we can hold within there. Now, as we're moving towards the middle, as we look at this vibration, what can we do with this as we start to move into the full moon? We're moving into the halfway point onto Monday the 13th. Well, the gate 61 has this polarity to the gate 62. So we're going to have to look at both of these for the energy of the full moon. Well, the gate 61, I love it. It's actually an energy that I have that is activated within my own design rave. And I have a lot of fun with this energy. And I hopefully you guys have fun with it too, because it's what inspires a lot of our conversations on this platform. And it is a pressure centered. So it's the pressure to know something new. Well, it's connected to the cosmos. It's always about seeking that inner truth, expanding into this universal knowledge, universal wisdom, always seeking beyond what we've been told. And many times the answers that come through are not going to have a way to translate within the physical reality. Yet at the same time, there's just a sense of knowing where one can't quite tell you how they know, they just know, right? And this is truly that divine kind of energy that even connects to Nunki that we talked about earlier with the bears, of just this gut sense and this gut knowing. Well, this gate also leads us towards the this expansion to esoteric, to the mysteries, to where have we come from, where are we going, all of these things. So as we start to move into the full moon energy of the halfway point in January, this will be something for you to get to contemplate. Now, we're going to see that the full moon is going to be connected to a dream gate, and this will be the dream gate 62, which is actually in the light field. So this was actually going to connect to our personality crystal, and our personality crystal is going to open us up and really support this gate 61 of mystery to potentially bring some sort of connection, communion, or communication either in your dream realms or to your guardians while you are in meditation. Now, as we work with this energy, this gate 61 from the Gene Keys perspective is called the Holy of Holies. Now, here's the thing. There's always this need to know more, to expand more, to move out more. Well, the shadow of that is psychosis. Kind of losing your mind, right? Losing your mind because it can't ever really be satisfied in this reality. Well, so this is where we always want to bring balance. We always want to bring balance to everything, that as above, so below, as much as we can realize that this reality is illusion, yet at the same time it is real. And those kind of thoughts can kind of bring psychosis, because it's like, well, what? But at the same time, if you start to realize it's this and it's not this all at the same time, you start to settle into the energy, and the energy just becomes an inspiration for playing and being a part of this reality. And then it expands out into the city of sanctity. Now, within this, as we start to look at this, the full moon is going to be in the gate 62. Well, the gate 62 wants to know the details. So we can see the polarity of mystery that expands, but 62 kind of anchors it in with this energy that says, yeah, but what are the details? Well, details is kind of great because it helps us to not just float off with everything. It helps us to kind of ground our energy so that we can start to have a bit more discernment into what we are doing. Now, on the shadow level, this energy of the gate 62 can really pull us into the left brain, into too much of the intellect and to the rationale, and if I can see it, then I'll believe it type of thinking. So it can really keep someone stuck in their head and out of their heart. And this is where we have to balance these energies. So the gate 62 is where our full moon is going to be. Our full moon is going to shine within this energy. This is going to be our halfway point within this vibration that actually started in the new moon of the gate 38 as the fighter. And as we now start to move that Sagittarian energy into this, the true sky is going to be in Gemini for the full moon. It'll be a full moon Gemini. Now, what do we want to do with this? What do we want to do with these details, with this information, with this energy? And for those of you that study the things like the ascension mechanics or the Keylontics or any of the Voyager's materials or even Lisa Renee's work in any of these types of things, guess what? The gate 62 is not your friend. Because it's always going to leave you feeling like, well, I don't know that. I need to know that. And then I need to know that. And then I need to know that. And then, well, what is this graph? And what is this detail? And what is this map? And what is this layer? And there is so much information that is held within some of these CDT plate downloads that we're not really going to ingest it in a logical way in our brain. I mean, unless you really want to get into some sort of physics field, but then guess what? You're all in the brain. And your brain is never going to open a Stargate. You're not going to know all of it and then get to that Stargate and go like, well, I know all of the ascension mechanics, so open sesame. It's not going to work like that. The information can actually be a hindrance to us sometimes, because if it's keeping you from being in your heart and actually feeling the activations and the processes within yourself, you're kind of keeping yourself stunted or stuck. And that's what the gate 62 says. The gate says, I think. And it's an energy that wants to bring meaning to patterns. but then the patterns can forever keep us looking for more patterns and more patterns and more things. Whereas we want to take them and go, wow, isn't that interesting? And kind of just have them as a knowing, but also allow ourselves to know, great, and hand it off to your higher self. What do I need to know about this? When you utilize this energy, it can help to organize some of the processes and some of the energy that we work with. But again, recognizing that as you utilize this energy, utilize it from your heart. And the way that I like to say this, because again, the gate 62 is amazing. If you don't have a lot of organized energy within your chart, harnessing the gate 62 is amazing because it can help you start to focus. It can help you start to see patterns in your life where you've maybe been doing things and ignoring them. It can start to help you organize your home. It can be very physical. It can help you organize your emotions, your deep subconscious. It can be very profound and powerful to have these awakening ahas. So when you start to work with this really does start to awaken, as it says here within the Gene Keys, the language of light. It can start to help you be very precise, like that arrow. Where do you want to focus your energy into an impeccability of life? So you are living as your higher self, higher mind, and not scattered all over the place. So it's really quite amazing how we can always be aware of all aspects of the energy so that we can harness these archetypes to work for our highest ascension process. So again, knowing that this is going to be activating into the dream field of the lights, which is basically our personality crystal. So activations potential, and anytime there's light field activations that are not your natural activations, it can enhance sometimes those lucid dreams, those abilities to go into more gamma wave and connect to the guardians and your councils and your team. So just a thought to think of for this full moon.